All right, let's get right into this. Today, we're doing more than just telling a story. We're breaking down a system. We're looking for the cracks, the loopholes, and the creator economy that a real underdog can use to their advantage. This is a case study, a deep dive into how one creator just stopped playing by the algorithm's rules, took control, and completely changed her financial future.
Just look at these numbers. This one slide tells the whole story, doesn't it? On one side, you have this huge number, 600,000 views, that barely makes any money. On the other, a tiny group of dedicated fans generating a real, sustainable income. So the big question we have to ask is, how is this even possible? What's the hidden weakness in the system that lets a creator make this kind of massive pivot?
To really understand how she pulled this off, we first have to understand the trap she was in. So let's take a look at the starting point and meet the underdog of our story. So this is Frances Long, the creator behind Your Book of Memories. Now, by all the normal YouTube metrics, she was doing great. She had a very specific niche, handmade albums, a loyal audience of 17,000 subscribers, and tons of traffic. She was giving the platform exactly what it wanted. And what was her reward for all that value? About $380 a month from AdSense. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because this number right here, it exposes the fundamental flaw in the whole platform model. There's this massive disconnect between the value an audience brings and what a creator actually gets paid. And that's the crack in the system we're looking for. Okay, so let's zoom in on that flaw. What is it in the platform's math that holds creators back, especially the ones in niche topics? And more importantly, how do you get around it? The weak spot, the culprit, is a little thing called CPM, cost per mil. It's basically what advertisers are willing to pay for 1,000 views. And for really broad stuff, that number can be high. But for a deep, skilled niche like Frances's, there just aren't as many advertisers, so the CPM is ridiculously low. The whole system is built for massive scale, not for expertise. And that means it automatically undervalues experts. So, from an analyst's perspective, here's the bottom line. If your entire business depends on AdSense, you've got a huge problem. You're not really an entrepreneur. You're more like a gig worker for an algorithm. And you know what? The rules of that job can change overnight without any warning. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly sums up the mental shift you have to make. You can't let the platform be your boss. You have to flip it and turn it into a tool that works for your business, not the other way around. Okay, now for the exciting part, the turning point. This is where the theory ends and the action begins. This is how Frances launched her countermove and took back her business in just 1 week. The new strategy was actually a complete redesign of her business. YouTube was no longer the landlord that she had to keep happy with her content. Instead, she downgraded it to a free billboard. Its only job now was to be a source of traffic, sending her best fans to a new place that she actually owned. And check this out, because this might be the most important part, how fast this all happened. This wasn't some long, drawn-out plan. It was a tactical sprint. On day 1, she made the decision. By day 4, she'd picked her new platform. And by day 7, just 1 week later, her new membership site was live and already making money. She literally fired her old boss in a week. So, what happens when a creator finds that system flaw and builds a direct line to their audience? Let's take a look at the results. Let's analyze the payout. First, look at this. She didn't need to convince her entire audience. The whole financial turnaround was powered by just 630 true fans. That's it, less than 4% of her subscriber base. The value was there all along. The old system just had no idea how to unlock it. And those 630 fans? They generated $13,000 in the first 4 months. That's direct revenue. No platform taking a huge cut, no algorithm deciding her paycheck. It's just a simple transaction based on the real value she provides. And this chart, wow, this chart says it all. The old way gave her about $380 a month. The new, independent way averaged over $3,000. This isn't just a small step up. It's a nearly 10x increase in revenue just by changing one thing: who's in control. So, the key takeaway here is that this wasn't just luck. It's a strategy. It's a playbook for the underdog that you can actually understand and copy. Let's break it down into simple, actionable steps. The playbook really has 3 main parts. Step 1, build something you own, like your own website or community. Step 2, offer something special, something exclusive that people are actually willing to pay for. And step 3, use the big platforms like YouTube as what they are: powerful, free tools to drive traffic to your business. What this whole analysis really does is confirm that old 1,000 true fans theory. Building a real business as a creator isn't about chasing viral hits and getting millions of shallow views. It's about building a real connection with a small group of people who will gladly pay for the value you create. So this whole case study leaves us with one last really critical question you have to ask yourself. When you think about your own work, who really owns the relationship with your audience? Is it you, or is it the algorithm?